Okay. Well, listen, it was a big night in Hollywood last night. Many television series celebrated some big wins this morning. Now, after the 71st Emmy Awards, Game of Thrones capping its run with its 4th Emmy for Best Drama Series. Billy Porter made history by becoming the first openly gay man to win Best Actor in a Drama Series for his role in Pose.
I hope that young queer people of all colors can look at me and know that they can.
Amazon comedy Fleabag also won big, getting the Emmy for Best Comedy. But listen, a lot of people watch for the fashion. And diva Frank Marino here to talk fashion. Frank portrays Joan Rivers in Legends in Concert, so perfectly you love a good red carpet. I know she always did, right?
Absolutely. Just like Joan Rivers, it's got to be, spot on.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I brought you a little something.
You brought me a little something, so I'm going to put
the brunette Marilyn Monroe. It's like a little fur stole.
Oh, I like it, a fur stole. Okay, we're getting ready
Fake
for
fur, though.
Fashion.
I don't want to get...
Oh, I need this permanently because it's chilly in the
yes,
studio.
Yes, but it's fake. I want to make that clear to everybody.
Okay. All right, let's talk Best Guy. You have great choices here. I literally agreed with every single thing that you decided.
Okay.
And you have Best Dressed Guy as Billy Porter.
Well, I did Billy Porter. Now, normally I would say this is a little over the top, but for what he does on television and the fact that he won and he had a message to portray, I think he was dressed appropriately for it.
Right.
And I thought, for the men, he stood out of all the men.
And he was wearing Michael Kors. Interesting.
Michael Kors, right, which you wouldn't think, he would go that outrageous, right.
Okay, so worst guy, yeah, I have to agree with this one, too. James Vanderbeek. Now, he's from Pose. Couldn't find the designer, but does it really matter? It just
no, because I just think the designer wouldn't cop up to it. So whatever he was wearing, I didn't get it, but that was the worst dressed male, in my opinion, for the evening.
I mean, it's okay. It's something different, but you're right.
If you're going to a wedding in the 1980s, maybe.
Yeah. Give him this to cover up with,
exactly.
Right? Okay, let's go through Best Girls. We're going to go kind of flip it. So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You liked who? Viola Davis.
Okay, but she was like the third best for me.
Okay.
She always looks good, though. She's like become a fashion icon. And I like the way the white goes against her darker skin, and then the other side just counterbalanced it. I just think she looks elegant and always does.
Yeah, and then Jamila, I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, she's from The Good Place.
Right. What I loved about it last night, first of all, everybody was the bright colors and the pastel colors. Everybody wasn't just sticking to red and black. So, and I just loved that baby blue ball gown. I thought she looked amazing in it.
Yeah, really pretty. And then your favorite was Laverne Cox from Orange is the New Black.
Right. Look, it looked like a fashion show from the runway. It was not subdued in any way. And again, making a point and a statement, I think she was the best dressed female.
Now, some people might say, well, that's a lot. But
yes,
you like it.
Well, my motto is too much is just enough. So.
All right. Well, then when you get to the worst girls, you'll see. We've got number 3 at India Moore from Pose in Louis Vuitton.
Yes, and I guess it's a nice dress she's almost wearing there. But on the clips, it looked like a stripper dress, so I didn't really think it was appropriate for this award show.
Kind of looks rip the bottom, right, in a couple shreds or something like that. Okay, Greta Lee,
Okay, I never knew the Jolly Green Giant had a daughter, but she came from a little pea sprouts, I guess. I wouldn't wear that to a Halloween costume contest, let alone on the award show, but she's there and I'm not, so what could you say?
Yeah, and this is Christopher John Rogers, so he fessed up to it, the designer.
I wouldn't have. There goes his career down the drain.
And then Gwendolyn Christie from Game of Thrones in Gucci. This is the best shot I could get, but you can see.
Now, I could swear growing up she was sitting on my dashboard of the car. I'm not sure, but she looks so familiar.
Well, was that a whole Game of Thrones thing, maybe? I don't watch the show.
No, there was 2 people that had these crazy outfits on, and she was just the worst of the 2.
Yeah, I didn't really love that. Overall, it was okay.
It was a great night in general.
Yeah, there wasn't anything too bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So lots of people stepping it up for the Emmys. Let's talk about you. You officially kicked off in Legends in Concert over at the Tropicana September 11th, right? So it's been about a week and a half. You're portraying Joan Rivers, and you said you're going to do this, and this is going to be
And I'm going to retire Joan at Legends.
Right.
But if you want to see a great fashion show, come see me in Legends in Concert. We have a great lineup. There's Pat Benatar, there's Lady Gaga. Here's me on opening night.
Love it. Look
just a little something. But Legends in Concert, the last time you could ever see me do Joan, please come down. It's so much fun. These guys are so talented. Pat Benatar's in there. It's just a lot of fun.
Okay, at the Tropicana, go see Frank through November. Don't miss it. Stay with us.